Bitcoin is right now on the verge of having a breakout on this ascending triangle, and at the same time, we're seeing more than 2.5 billion US dollars in Bitcoin short liquidations laying somewhere around that 38.7 to 38.5k level. So in this exact video, I will be discussing this. I will talk about where the liquidity lays in the market. I will talk about this very interesting Bitcoin futures price that currently is trading around 38.4k, while in fact the Bitcoin spot price is trading around 38,000 US dollars. So I will be discussing this and many more important takes here on the market right now. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we smash it back above 400? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And yes, really looking at that imminent short term for Bitcoin, we can see that once again Bitcoin got rejected from this very important level of resistance, and ever since we moved towards the downside a little bit here, but still consolidating above 37.6k, what is of course a very good thing in general for Bitcoin. You clearly saw that yesterday once again Bitcoin went towards the upside to take the liquidity out of the market, and that is exactly what happened, and that was of course exactly what we predicted in yesterday's update video. So right now, honestly, once I'm looking at Bitcoin, if I purely look about where the liquidity lays in the market, how the structure is forming, and what the sentiment is also in the market, I honestly won't be surprised that Bitcoin once again is probably going to be crushing further on towards the upside. So before for me going further in towards the charts, I quickly want to say that currently the Bitcoin futures price is trading around 38.4k, and that is really an interesting signal. Because of the CME futures price is trading so much higher, it is right now looking like a lot of institutions are actually stepping in towards Bitcoin, and due to that we're seeing the CME futures price getting pumped up more than the actual Bitcoin spot price. So right now institutions are probably pumping up Bitcoin quite heavily, and that is a very bullish development in the background that currently is playing out here. One small thing I want to be pointing out here is that yesterday indeed we created a bearish divergence on the price action of Bitcoin, and we did indeed have to move towards the downside. Right now the bearish divergence has already played out, and honestly we could see a next move getting created from off this point onwards. Looking at the 12-hour time frame, we can see that Bitcoin clearly bounced from off this downward sloping resistance line that previously was resistance, and right now clearly flipped into support. And honestly, the price target of this breakout towards the upside, I've been discussing it for quite a while, is going to be 39.7k, and that target from off this point onwards is still a little bit higher. To be exact, the target towards the upside is still on about a 4.5% move towards the upside, so I can't wait to see this target being reached here. But honestly, if we're going to be looking about where the liquidity lays in the market, so I've been using the Bitcoin liquidation heat map for the past 2 to 3 years here. Honestly, in the bull market it was a very good tool here, because what Bitcoin is basically doing, it's chasing the liquidity in the market, and as long as a lot of people keep shorting this move towards the upside, there will be a lot of liquidity on the top side. So due to that, it is likely that Bitcoin is once again also going to go towards the upside, since at this current time of the market, the funding rates are not even negative. So yes, while Bitcoin is sitting on 37 or 38,000 US dollars sometimes, the funding rates is not even negative, and people are actually shorting this quite heavily. And currently we got an about 2.5 billion US dollars in liquidations laying above us right now here in this 38.5 to 38.7k region. And honestly, due to the fact that there is so much liquidity laying over there, I won't be surprised that Bitcoin is actually going to be pushing towards the upside to potentially liquidate all these positions out of the market, because that is usually what happens. Bitcoin follows the liquidity in the market. So right now the majority of the liquidity is laying above us, so I won't be surprised that we are going to see a big short squeeze, and potentially maybe Bitcoin is going to come down here, but there is less liquidity on the lower side, so I will be expecting it's going to be towards the upside. But around the 36,000 US dollar level, there's also 1.1 billion US dollars in liquidations, but the 36,000 US dollars is just a little bit further away. I've been using the liquidation heat map for quite a while right now, and actually ever since we used it on the channel, we've been very successful with it, and I see a lot of other creators on the internet are starting to use it right now as well in their daily analysis and also on their daily Twitter updates. So you have to know where you came from And of course, I was the one that warned everyone first from it, and everyone saw, okay, Rover's making so much profits by it, so I will be starting to use it as well. So make sure to keep that in mind. Going further in towards the content, only 40 days left before the final decision is going to be there for the first Bitcoin spot ETF. It's going to be, of course, the ARK Invest spot ETF. It's only 40 days left, guys. Make sure to pay attention right now here, because I really think the sentiment is going to become extremely bullish in these last 40 days. And also due to the fact that all these issuers have been refiling their ETFs, it also basically means that it is very likely that they're working together with the SEC closely right now, and that is why it's going to be likely that it is actually going to get accepted. So bullish things ahead of ourselves. Right now on Bitcoin, on the 12-hour time frame, we broke out of this ascending triangle and currently are sitting on this support here, what is actually looking quite good here in my opinion. But on the daily time frame right now, we have not been breaking out of the ascending triangle yet so far, so I'm going to be keeping my eyes wide open on the ascending triangle. Bitcoin is creating a beautiful ascending triangle, and honestly the price target of this ascending triangle as well is laying around the top side, around 39.7k here. And honestly right now it looks to be that we're potentially retesting this level of support, but I will be also approaching from the daily time frame where we have not seen a confirmed daily candle break above it yet. But honestly, if I see the daily candle for Bitcoin confirm a close above $38,000, it would confirm a breakout, and then I would get more follow through that this breakout is actually going to be happening for Bitcoin. So at the same time, Tether remains to be injecting more and more money here, and we can actually see the market cap continue to rise towards the upside. And guys, if you want to be trading this yourself, I've currently got a trade open here on BYBIT. You could be trading yourself as well. If you go to the link description of today's video, sign up an account, you can claim a deposit bonus up to $40,000, and potentially you could even claim that free $1,000 airdrop position on BYBIT. And all you need to do here is complete KYC, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you have to be signing up using that link below. So if you want to be claiming this free $1,000, make sure to go to the link description of today's video. But if you can't use BYBIT anymore due to any reason whatsoever, make sure to check out VMAX. VMAX is an exchange where you don't need to do KYC, and it's also like very similar to BYBIT, and I really like the user interface as well. So if you're interested in trading over there, make sure to go to the link description of today's video, because they are launching their own token as well later today, and you could be claiming some free tokens if you sign up using the VMAX link in the link of description of today's video. So make sure to check it out. It's super valuable. Further on, we can see that Bitcoin, of course, currently remains to be struggling against that $38,000 level. And of course, one of the most interesting things here that currently is actually playing out here is that Bitcoin is currently creating 7 weekly candles in a row in the green. And the last time that this happened was literally at the beginning of the previous bull run. And the last time before that was, of course, at the beginning of that pre-bull market phase after the pandemic crash. So this is a very important signal that we're currently seeing in the market. 7 weekly Bitcoin green candles in a row, and it is once again flashing right now, so make sure to be paying attention towards this very important signal that's currently flashing. Further on, we can also see that actually, of course, on the weekly time frame, the EMA ribbon flip bullish. I talked about this many weeks ago already, but yeah, you can clearly see every single time once it flipped bullish, it basically was indicating that we are entering a new stage in the market, and currently we are clearly entering a new stage in the market where Bitcoin is once again finding its way back towards the upside again here. So Bitcoin is looking very strong right here. And honestly, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did like it. If you did like it, don't forget to slap up that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.